So out of curiosity, have you ever wondered to yourself, if I'm selling my products into Canada, do I have to file a tax return up there? Well, maybe you do, or maybe you don't. Once you are carrying on business in Canada, you're required to file a Canadian tax return. But even though you're required to file, you may or may not be required to pay tax. The problem you'll run into, though, is the concept of carrying on business. It is such a very broad statement that is very easy for you to get trapped by it. Trust me, I've seen it happen a lot. And FYI, the law is the same in the USA for Canadian businesses, so please don't think we're being harsh up here. As an aside, I am offering you the following, my American friend, to give you a little local context. The concept of carrying on business in Canada became broader for non-residents of Canada after your Wayfair case in the USA. Although the Canada Revenue Agency will never admit that they're using your US case law, CRA's interpretations and policies of the last few years do seem to have Wayfair overtones. But let's get back to the task at hand, shall we? As soon as you think that there is a market up here for your products, give me a call. But for now, let's you and me start from the beginning. How are you soliciting business in Canada? Because I'm telling you, this makes a difference. For instance, do you have an agent up here? If yes, boom, you're carrying on business in Canada. Do you advertise up here? If yes, boom again, you're carrying on business up here. Is your online presence directed at Canadians? And if it is, boom, boom, CRA's interpretation is that you're carrying on business up here. Wayfair. Are you only selling through a third-party portal like Amazon? Okay, in this case here, you may actually not be carrying on business in Canada, provided that you're not soliciting business in any other way up here other than the Amazon website. So don't think Jeff's going to protect you absolutely. Or do you do nothing up here to drum up business and you just wait by the phone for someone to give you a call? Well, all these things must be considered from the start, as they will all affect your tax status. And to make things even more complicated for you, once you have the business, where and how do you ship your products? Is it all from the USA? Or do you have a warehouse up here? Is it your trucks you're shipping it with? Or are you hiring a third-party carrier? Because once you're up here carrying on business, as I've said time and again, you must file a Canadian tax return. But even though you file, your US Corp may or may not be required to pay tax up here. And even if you're not required to file, you still may be required to collect and remit our national sales tax, the GST.